Hello Airsoft friends, and welcome to this video today where we're going to be talking about sidearms. Arms on your side, but not your primary gun like your SRS or your AAC T10, which needs a piston now after upgrading the spring. No, we're talking about sidearms like pistols and whatnot, and specifically sidearms for sniper rifles. Because I've been trying to suss out what my best kit setup kind of thing would be for when I run a sniper rifle, because I like running sniper rifles. I think they're really great. However, you do need to have a sidearm or sidearms when you're running them, because you need to be ready to take out people if they get too close to you. Because unlike, AEGs and whatnot, you have a minimum engagement distance, which means that with a sniper rifle, generally if people are within 25 meters, I can't shoot them. Or I'm not supposed to shoot them. Sorry about that, Ollie, but it was kind of funny. So yeah, we need to have other guns that we can carry to shoot people with. And I will always go out and run a Mark 23. This one is a Tokyo Marine Mark 23. I have upgraded it. I've talked about it before in previous videos, so we're not going to dwell too long. But this is always going to be with me when I'm out sniping. Purely because it's got the range to hit people out to the 15, 20, 25 meter mark, even beyond that, accurately, and also it's super quiet, so I can shoot people literally within meters and they cannot hear it and they don't know where I am. Check out this gameplay there. Check out that gameplay, by the way. It's absolutely sick. I'm literally meters away from people and they've got no idea where I am, and I kill like 30 people. I've then thought about and tried running before a Glock as a secondary sidearm, specifically a G18C, because it can go full auto, it performs really well, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. But then I found I was a little bit upset because I was struggling with decision paralysis. I'd find myself in situations where I wasn't sure which gun to use, because I was just like, oh my god, what should I use? I don't know. So I stopped running the Glock and then I only ran the Mark 23. But I have found myself in a couple of situations where going loud would be useful, and having full auto would again be very good for me to have. So during lockdown, I have made up a new side pouch. I've made up a left leg holster, because usually my Mark 23 is in my right, so I've made a left leg holster, and it holds a 3D printed grenade launcher. Now, I don't know how effective this is going to be or how much I would use that, but I feel like it would be handy to have a grenade launcher in your pocket if you ever did need to just get rid of lots of people in one go very, very quickly. However, because this is a universal leg pouch, I'm like, I could use this for other stuff too. So there may be game days where I don't want to run the grenade launcher, or I may run the grenade launcher and realize that it's not really worth having at all, in which case I'll just take it out and use it for something else. So in the meantime, I've been thinking, what would be a good sidearm to have? Now, I went through a phase of thinking having a stubby M4 as a sidearm would be a good idea, which is why I picked up the Spectre Arms E18, which is a super stubby mini M4. It didn't come with the stock on it. I added that as a later kind of thought. It was just capped over, but I like having a stock. And, it's alright, apart from it's a lot of messing about with. Because it's front wide, I've got this little PEC box here which the battery goes into, and I'm not really a big fan of that. I think it's just a bit of an annoyance, really, and it makes it fatter and kicks out. And now that I've put the stock on, I could rewire it to make it rear wired. But then I'm like, I'm just carrying an M4 with me, and that wasn't the point of trying to have a sidearm. Ignore the scope, by the way, it's just on there for fun. So then that got me thinking, what else could I do? What could I do that will give me the support of a stock whilst being small like a pistol, and also being a little bit quiet too, and also has full auto, if I didn't say that. And that idea and thought process brought me to the AAP 01. Now, this pistol has been rated highly. They are quite difficult to get a hold of, so if you can get them, please do. They're super cheap, £80 roughly or so, or that's how much my one cost me. And yeah, I've not run it in the field as of yet because I got it during lockdown, but as soon as we get out in the field, I'm hoping to run it and fingers crossed have lots of fun with it. Now, it does have single fire and it does have full auto fire, and a really cool accessory you can get for the AAP one is a folding stock, which is what I'm going to be putting on it in this video today. And my fingers are crossed that this combination of full auto pistol, quite quiet compared to a regular Glock 18C, because it's only this plastic part here that moves and not a full metal slide, should hopefully mean that I've got a kind of quiet full auto sidearm with a stock on it, which I can use if needed, but I can carry it in a side holster pistol thing. And I also plan to put a longer barrel in it, and 3D print, make my own outer barrel, so then it will be more rifle-y as opposed to just a pistol, but I can use it as a pistol if I want to. So yeah, let's get the stock out and put it on, and hopefully it will be awesome. Now, I've not done this before. I've not put a stock on the pistol before itself, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too complicated. I mean, how complicated could it be? Just attaching this to that. Now, looking at this, it doesn't really seem too complicated. I'm not going to bother looking at the instructions. It overall seems that I'm going to need to take the top sight out, because it looks like this goes into that hole and utilizes the screws that are already in the pistol itself. And then where it attaches on the rear of the pistol, there is already a screw in place. So I'm guessing all I need to do is remove that push pin and use that one, and then that should be everything. So with that little inspection done, let's just start installing the thing. And there we go, we have it together. I was a little bit curious about how I was supposed to adjust the stock, but it seems that there's a little button there which you can move just like so, and you can also adjust the cheek rest by pulling it out, and then you can angle it up as well. So that is all in all quite handy. I will say as well right now, I got kind of inspired to try this as a sidearm build from the Kicking Mustang video, where he runs this, I think with a, like he's HPA'd it or something insane, and ever since watching that I was like, that seems like a really sick sidearm. So cheers dude, thank you very much. I'll put a link there, so if you haven't seen that gameplay yet from him, you can check it out. But yeah, overall this feels really, really nice. Like, having the stock extended out all the way is definitely much more comfortable, I feel, for me to use it as a rifle. You can put it all the way in, and I think when I'm storing the thing, I definitely will have it all the way in there. Although if I am in a tight hide position, then having it that small would be quite useful, really. And then to flip it away and to store it, we press that button, and then that just goes in just like so, and then kind of like stays down the side. So you can use it one-handed just like that as well. And it actually looks really cool. Like, I thought that looking in the pictures that my hand would be a little bit hindered if I was just to use it like this, but you know what? Actually, it is okay. Let's grab one of my holsters and see how that fits in, because I am curious if it's going to be an issue with getting it in here. Now, sadly on this holster, I do have these mag pouches attached, so I'm going to leave them on there for now. It is a double mag pouchy thingy, so if this was to become a alternate holster for this riff here, because I can't really put this in a left side holster because the foldy bit is on this side of the gun, so it has to mount on my right side. And to be fair, it's not terrible. Like, it's not ideal. Like, I feel like it would be much better if it wasn't, you know, as sticky out like that. But at the same time, I do have room to make it narrower. So this I can pull out, that'll flatten down. I can take off these mag pouches too, and then that'll flip down and then store it there quite nicely. But in terms of, like, you know, having a full auto sidearm, which I can then go, that is pretty handy. I do like that, I must admit. I wonder what this looks like holstered, actually, with the stock extended out all of the way. Because ideally, I'd have it stored how I want to use it. I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, my holster does stay all the way up here, so I don't think it really gets in the way elbow-wise. It's not really in a part where I feel like I would touch it. But being able to just do that and then kind of, like, get ready to go, that does feel really sick. And also, yeah, if you don't want to do that, you can just quickly fold it down and be like, pew, 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 pew. Kind of looks a bit Star Wars-y like that, you know? That's not too shabby at all. I do like that. I really do like that. I do need to sort out some kind of sight for it, though. I mean, you can still see the nose of the sight. Like, you can still see the top end sight like that, and you got the Picatinny here. So ideally, you'd have some kind of red dot, I'd imagine. There's loads of parts already online, but I think I'm just going to design up my own back plate here. So then when I am using it with this, I can just kind of grip this bit a lot easier. Because like you can see, there's not a lot of material there to grab. So if I did have my own little tubey bit sticking out that side, it will make racking it much, much easier. But yeah, that's really cool. And then I can make my own extended outer barrel. And yeah, once I decide what inner barrel I want to use, then that will be all good. All in all, I am super happy with that. At the time I bought this, it was £40. So it's quite funny that it's actually half the price of the gun. But in terms of build quality and stability, that is proper solid. And there we go. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it here today and maybe got some ideas for yourself. Big shout out to all of my lovely Patreons who are supporting the channel month on month. Thank you so much. I genuinely really appreciate all of your support. It is awesome, and I love you all very, very much. Also, a huge shout out to the StayFreshShoe Airsoft community Discord, because it's awesome. There's tons of sick people on there, and if you want to join it and get involved, check out the description below, and then come and join us on the Discord for some chats. And with all of that being said, thank you very much for watching. Remember to call your hits, and I'll see you in the next one.